know if y'all are familiar with Drew Brees, the quarterback of the Saints. He's a professed believer. And I remember shortly after they won the Super Bowl, I don't know how many years ago that was, he sat down and he did an interview. And they spoke about his faith. And the interviewer asks him, "Tell me, how is it that you came to faith?" And he speaks of going to church as a child with his family, and he'd gone to church all throughout his childhood growing up. And on his 17th birthday, he's in church, and the pastor says, "Jesus is looking for a few good men." Drew Brees says he even referenced the movie A Few Good Men and how God needs a few good men. And Drew Brees says, and the pastor said, "God is looking for a few good men." And all of a sudden, a light bulb went off in my head. And I thought, hey, that's me. I can be one of God's good men. The interviewer goes on to ask, what does that mean? What is it to be one of God's few good men? And Drew Brees goes on to explain, it means that you trust God, that you know God's not going to put anything in front of you that you can't handle. Because if there's something that's put in front of you, it's because God knows you can handle it. According to Mr. Brees' own testimony, I seriously doubt the profession of his faith. Because what Jesus is teaching here is quite the opposite. God is not looking for a few good men who can pull themselves up by their bootstraps and who have something that they can offer. God is looking, Christ is looking for a few terrible men who recognize that they're terrible, who recognize they have nothing to offer,